Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to import a CSV file from your desktop into the MySQL Workbench. I would also be dropping the CSV file in the video description section so that you can access it. You can download it into your own PC and follow along with the video. Let's get started. So first they will be going to the type here to search box to type MySQL. Okay, so we have the MySQL Workbench here. We just go ahead and click on this. So wait for it to load up in our system. Okay, so next we'll be clicking on the local instance connection to create a connection, and here we are. So if you look at my screen right now, you see that in my MySQL Workbench I have some data set which was imported into the MySQL Workbench. So you can see I have this EHR data, and if I open it, is a database that contains various tables of data. So we can see we have conditions, encounters, immunization, patients. These are all various data sets that are related to each other. So if I open the conditions, you can see under the conditions we have columns, and we have various columns like start, the stop date, patient ID, encounter date, code, description. And if we look at immunization, you will see we have our immunization dates, the patient's encounter, code, and description also. So these are various tables that are found under the EHR database, and I imported these various tables into this MySQL Workbench. So I'll be teaching you how to import a data set into the MySQL Workbench. So firstly, you can right click on your system and you can go to create schema. So first of all, we'll be creating a schema. Next, we just have to change. You can leave this as new schema, or you can give it a new name. So let's give it a new name. Let's call this new database, and click on the apply button. So go ahead and click on apply also, and click on the finish button. So if we look at the names of our database we have here, we'll find out that we have the new database added to the list. In case it wasn't found in yours, you can click on this refresh button here to refresh the names, and you'll find it here. So another way in which you can create a new schema is to make use of this icon here. So it says create a new schema in the connected server. Clicking on this icon here, if we click on this, it takes us to the same window. So we can go ahead and change the name and click on the apply button, and just as we did previously, I'll just close these windows. Don't save. For now, we just have a schema which we created, but it's empty. No data set has been imported into it here. So if we check our tables, we can't find anything. So what we want to do now is to import a data set into this table. You click on this. You can create table manually, or you can import a data set, and that's what we'll be doing today. So I'll go ahead and click on the table data import wizard. Next, you will see the file path. You can place in your file path here, or if you don't know it, you can just go ahead and browse. Click on this browse, and it will take you to your file where you can pick any of your data set which you want. So we'll be using this cardio data as an example. I'll click on this and open. Also take note that table data import allows you to easily import CSV files and JSON data files. You can also create destination table on the fly. I'll go ahead and click on the next. Since we already have our file parts here, the cardio data.csv, I'll go ahead and click on next. I won't be changing anything else because we've created a new table under our new schema. So click on next, and we have a preview of our data, what it looks like. So we have ID, age, gender, height, weight, systolic, and all other values, and we can also see the field type for each of the columns. I'll go ahead and click next. The following tasks will now be performed. Please monitor the execution. Click next to execute. We'll go ahead and click next. So right now we would wait for our data to complete the importing. So you can see that it has gone along and it has ticked prepare import. So right now we're importing data file. So if you want to see what is taking place, the background, you can click on this show logs. Depending on your file size, it might take time if you are dealing with a large file size, but if you are using a small file, it might not take a very long time. So our file consists of about 70,000 rows, so it might take a bit of a time for us. So I might just cut this video and start from when we are done importing all the files. So we can see right now that our data file is completely importing. You can see import data file, finish performing tasks. So we can just go ahead and click on next, and we can see here that table new database cardio data was created with 70,000 records imported. That was a whole lot of rows of data. So let's go ahead and click on finish. So you can see now that if we also view our table section under the new database, we cannot yet find the table under it. So just go ahead and click on this refresh icon, and you see it has been refreshed. So if we go ahead and click on this, we can see that our cardio data has now been imported into our database. So let's open the columns. You can see the various columns we have within our table. So I'll go ahead and create a new script file, and let's see the content of our data set which we just imported into our workbench. So let's say this is the name of our database, so our schema, and the name of our data table, which is the cardio data. So we'll go ahead and run this query. Yes, so our table is right here, and we have about 13 columns from our table, and it's been visualized here. So that brings us to the end of our class for today. Kindly share, subscribe, and like this video if you find it useful.